Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Flex Free Game channel. So today we're going to be talking about a simple mindset shift when it comes to money that can change your entire financial future. That's if you want to grow wealth and get out of living that paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. You have to stop focusing on just saving money and start focusing on investing money and putting your money to work. Cutting back on expenses, you've been pinching pennies, you're trying to save more to get ahead, but you feel like that's just not working for you, then this video is going to be for you. So let's break it down. Let's get into it. So most people are taught this idea about money, right? You got to work hard for your money, go to your 9-to-5 job, pay your bills, save as much money as you can with whatever's left over. You do that over and over again for years until you can retire at age 65 or 70 and enjoy whatever you have left, right? But let's be honest, times has changed and just saving money alone just doesn't work anymore like it used to. And here's why. Main reason is we got inflation. It eats away at the cost, eats away at your savings every year. So the cost of goods go up, cost of living goes up. So your money and your dollars are just not stretching as fast and as far as the cost is, as those expenses are. Also, if you're just trying to put your money away into a banking checking account or a savings account, and you're just trying to take advantage of those low rates, then your money isn't going to be growing just putting your money into the bank. And then also you can't really outsave big life expenses like buying a house, or your rent may be going up every year if you're a renter, or maybe healthcare costs, or your college costs, or debt, right? College loans, credit card loans, things like that. If you have kids, it's just hard to save and outsave those expenses as you get older and older, right? But don't get me wrong, right? Nothing against savings, but it's important to have stability when it comes to saving. But if you really, really want to build wealth, then you got to do something different, right? Saving is not going to build wealth. Wealth comes from ownership and it comes from growth. That means you have to invest if your goal is really to build wealth and really just to get ahead. So let's compare two people, right? We got person A, who is the saver. You got person B, who is the investor. Now, person A is putting away $500 a month into a savings account. That savings account is earning them 1%, right? Then we have person B, who's putting away that same $500 a month into an account, but they're investing in that account into an index fund, and that index fund earns them 8% annually. Now, let's say both person A and person B are doing this for 20 years, right? They're putting away $500 a month, but in two different separate types of accounts, right? Person A, the saver, after 20 years putting away $500 a month, is going to have about $135,000 that they've saved up, right? Not bad, right? But you also have person B, who's been putting away that same $500 a month into that index fund, earning 8% annually for 20 years. They're going to have grown their account up to over $275,000, right? That's over $140,000 difference more than person A, the saver, and they're putting away that same $500 a month into account. That's the power of investing, and that's the power of compound growth. That's why investing is so important if you truly want to get ahead. So here's the main idea. You don't really have to obsess over saving every dollar that you earn. Instead, you want to focus on automating and increasing how much you can invest over time, right? So think about your monthly budget like this. Instead of saying, I'll save whatever I have left over after I pay bills and give everybody else their money, I'll save whatever I have, right? Put it into a savings account. You want to say, I'm going to invest my money first and then spend whatever I have left, right? You want to pay yourself first. That's the most important thing if you truly want to get ahead and, again, build wealth. Even if you cut back on saving for a short-term goal, you're going to position yourself better in the long term by investing those dollars, right? So I know you might be thinking this, right? We get this all the time, right? I don't got enough money to invest. I want to get ahead. I want to start investing. I want to get into the market, but I don't have a ton of money. That's not a problem, right? That's a big misconception when it comes to getting started investing in the market. Here's how you get started if you're starting out small or if you're just getting started at all, right? First things first, you got to pick a brokerage account, right? You got to get into it smartly, right? You want to pick a brokerage account, an individual retirement account, a traditional account, or a Roth IRA, right? Roth individual retirement account with a solid broker, right? You want to pick a good broker like Fidelity or Charles Schwab or Vanguard. Any of those are great options to choose from, right? The main thing is you want to get in with a solid broker and get that retirement account started if you're building towards retirement, right? Or you can just start with a regular cash account. Either way, get an account, a brokerage account open. Next things you want to do, second step is you want to invest in a low-cost index fund that tracks the S&P 500, right? That's a great place to start. The S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the U.S., right? A fund will help you invest in all of those, right? All of those stocks, so that way you don't have to pick an individual stock. A great index fund or a couple good options for S&P 500 is the Vanguard S&P 500 fund, ticker symbol VOO, or you can use the Spider Fund, ticker symbol SPY. Those are some basic S&P 500 funds that you can look into and a great place to start. Next, after that, you want to start putting money into your account, right? You can start with as little as $25 a month or even $50 a month, $100 a month. Of course, the more that you have in that account, or the more that you're willing to invest or put in that account, then the better off you're going to be and the more money you're going to be able to build. But the key is to start small, start with what you got and get going from there. Now, you won't be able to buy those funds initially with $25 a month or $50 a month, but you will be building up to that point, right? The more money that you put in that money account over time, you're going to be able to start having enough to buy those funds, right? So let that money grow, let that money build up, and then when you have enough, you can dollar cost average into those funds and start buying those funds and start putting your money to work. The last step, step number 4, is probably the most important step. You want to automate this, right? When we talk about automating, we're talking about having that money go from your checking account into that brokerage account where you don't have to think about it, right? It goes in there automatically. You don't have to manually move it. I can tell you, I use that process myself over the years. I still use that process, and you will be amazed at how well that works and how much money you can build when you're not paying attention to it and you have that money just going from your checking account into that brokerage account and then buying those index funds, right? The key is you got to be consistent. Consistency is going to be trying to be perfect with this. Be consistent. You don't have to invest thousands of dollars to get going. You just have to start where you are and take it from there, right? Now, here's something that you really want to think about when it comes to money and doing all this, right? Savers are going to be people that hold on to money out of fear, right? You're going to hold on to every dollar. You're afraid to spend it. You're afraid to give it away. You're afraid to do this. You're afraid to invest it because you don't know, or you're afraid the next dollar is not going to come back, right? You got to break yourself out of that mentality. You got to become an investor. Put yourself into that mindset. Invest first. Put your money to work. Investors are going to put their money to work out of strategy. They're going to have a plan. They're going to look at the bigger picture, and they're planning for their financial future, right? Being a saver can help you survive, but being an investor is going to help you thrive financially. So if you want to build wealth, you got to leave behind the saver-only mentality. Start thinking like somebody that wants to own assets, not just protect their cash and just hold on to every single dollar they got. So that's it right there. That's a simple breakdown of what you want to do. If you found value out of this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with somebody that you think this could help. I know this could help somebody out there. So find somebody, share it, show it to them. Feel free to comment below. Share your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Are you a saver? Are you an investor? Let me know. Well, I'd love to hear from you. We love to hear from our viewers. And then lastly, if you're serious about generating income, you want to start building wealth, you want to start investing more, you want to learn how to make money to invest, you want to get that money through the market, check out our new Udemy course. It's called Cover Cost Mastery, the Option Income Cash Machine. And right now, we're running an awesome promotion where you can get this Udemy course for absolutely free. You get access to it for absolutely free. And if you take advantage of this offer, it's for a lifetime. There's no strings attached. You literally get access to it. It's yours to keep. And we're running this promotion right now because this is a new course and we want to get people enrolled into it, and we want you to check it out, and we want this to work for you, and we love to hear your feedback on what you think about the course. So I'm going to put a promo link to access this course in the description box. So again, if you want to learn about cover calls, how to generate income in the market, you want to learn this powerful strategy, telling you it's a life changer. It's been such a blessing for me and a blessing for all of our people in the Flex Financial Trading Group. You want to check out this course. Again, it's free. Access that link. Also, we have an awesome case study video you can check out. How to generate passive income in the stock market and build wealth outside of your 9-to-5 job. Effective strategies for working professionals. So if you're a working professional, you want to start trading and investing in the market, you want strategies that are going to work for you. You want them to be flexible. But most importantly, you want them to work. Then this case study video is for you. I'll put the link to access that. That's completely free to check it out. And then lastly, if you want some insights, some tips, you want to hear about the market on a weekly basis, subscribe to our weekly newsletter. We give some great insights in there. We talk about some specific stocks, strategies, things that are working working well in the current market conditions. We break it down for you in that weekly newsletter. It's called a Flex Weekend Wrap Up. So you can sign up for that free newsletter. I'm going to put all the links to access all these resources in the description box below. So feel free, click any of those links, get into it. A lot of free resources, a lot of free game we're giving away right now. So take advantage of it, tap into it, and let us know if you got any questions. Hit us up. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, invest smart, build wealth, stay consistent. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Are you a working professional, someone with a good job, nice income, maybe an entrepreneur, have your own business and been able to really generate some nice things in terms of making money, but you really haven't quite figured out how to turn that income into wealth or being able to retire early or do the things that you want to do with your time? My name is Kevin Tennyson, and I feel exactly how you feel. Had a great job, been doing things for a long time in terms of making income, but I really wasn't able to flip that switch in terms of seeing the end of the tunnel, being able to move on to retirement, being able to actually start building wealth and seeing my money grow. I was doing things like putting money into a 401k, kind of just seeing it sit there, not really doing much, looking at the things going on in the economy, looking at the things kind of going on in the world. And I just kept banging my head up against the same question. When am I going to be able to see what I'm doing in terms of making income, actually make that transition into being wealthy and being able to do the things that I want with my time and my family? So if you're looking for something that can help you kind of take that next step in terms of becoming wealthy or seeing your money work for you, being able to outpace inflation, being able to get around the things with the tariffs. Maybe you've dabbled in the market before. Maybe you've done some things in terms of trying to grow your money and haven't been successful yet. Well, what we've done is we actually created a case study for you. So what you'll see is a link below this video. All you have to do is click that link. It's going to take you right to a place where you can go ahead and book your time. We're going to go through what we do in terms of teaching people how to take that next step or turning a good income into a nice retirement in terms of building wealth and moving on with their life. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and click that link below. Put in your best email. We're going to send the invitation over to you, and we'll see you there. Have a good one.